This video is going to model my research, so I will take you through the steps I will go through to get to the end conclusion of our project. And while I do that, I'm hoping it helps you, especially if you're absent or confused in class, to give you a model to follow or to clarify some questions. One worry I have, though, is there is no one way to research. There's a million different ways to research. And so the steps I show you will work for perhaps for me and for this one project. But you might do some different things, so feel free to play around. But this might, again, give you some clarity. I'm going to study the question, how are gender differences between tweens caused, reinforced, and influenced? Or at least I think that's what I'm going to study. I'm just starting out right now, so it might change by the time I'm done. If you want to know how I got to this topic, you have to know something about my life. I have two boys whose singular passion right now is Minecraft. In Minecraft, they can build and destroy worlds. There's TNT involved, so they think it's the best thing ever. Now, I compare that to my best friend's life, and she, unlike me, has daughters. And they too have a passion, boy bands. So you can see that my sons and their daughters have, well, very different interests. So that got me thinking. And when my boys were born, I read so many books about boys. The one you see on the screen is one of about 5 books I read, all about boys and how to raise them and what to think. But you know what? I have not checked into the research lately, and I haven't thought about what's coming next, the tween years. So, yeah, that led me to my questions. How are the gender differences between tweens caused, reinforced, and influenced? And if I know that, well, how do I react as a parent? So now that I have an idea of what I want to do, I'm on to step one. Step one is, well, get my topic and get that into my research journal. Now, I'm going to do the research journal because, it's going to be graded. I got it. But I'm doing it because it's good practice. I want a written record. I want something that helps me collect and organize my thoughts. Now, I'm going to make you do the research journal, but you could do that in handwriting, you can do it in a slideshow, you can do it so many different ways, as long as you understand kind of the steps involved. Now that I have my research question recorded, I better get into EBSCO, which is the database I'm going to use today. Now, to do that, there's different ways to get in there. Sometimes I go in through the library, so I go to the high school webpage, but today I'm going to go in through Student Quick Links. I click on Student Quick Links, and then I find this, LMC Destiny, your library. I'm going to click on that. When I'm there, I'm going to have to click, of course, on the high school, and then I'm going to look for the Research tab. When I'm in the Research tab, I'm going to look under Databases, and when I'm on the database page, I'm going to look at BadgerLink. So choose BadgerLink out of all of these. Okay, now I've got the BadgerLink page, and I want you to notice what I wrote in that text box. It's a trap. Don't go there. Every time I've started my search there, it ends up in failure. So I've learned not to go there. I consider it quicksand. Instead, I start on the database list. And that's where our next video segment will start. Okay, so now I'm at the list of databases and I need to figure out which ones I need. So I rethink my topic. I want to know how the gender differences in tweens are reinforced, developed. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to go here. Education stuff. Pretty sure that's going to have things. Encyclopedia, too broad. Oh, environment, don't need. Health source, consumer edition. Medical sciences, food nutrition. Well, childcare. Now, I think I'm going to start narrow. Nursing, consumer medication. Oh, this is about high school libraries, high school magazines. Bet you that might have stuff about tweens. Medicine. This has Well, this looks more like it's for people going into the healthcare field, so no. Middle school stuff, military, no. Primary school stuff. Oh, this is designed for professional educators. Well, that might have some stuff about why tweens are the way they are. Business, no. Academic search, Premier, yes. This is a whole bunch of journals, so it might give me stuff. Business, no. Newspapers, yes. Alternate Health Watch, yeah. Healthcare and wellness. I bet you there's some issues there about tweens. Books. Education research complete. This is about higher education. No. Education administration, no. History reference, no. Humanities, let's see, what does this mean? I'm going to say no. Library references, plot summaries, no. Science reference, yeah, I'm looking for some things about psychology and biology. Consumer health, health-related topics, I think so. European view of the Americas, I don't think so. News, and news. All right, now I've collected the different websites that I think are useful, so I hit continue. Now, I'm going to start with tween gender differences, and let's see what we get. Because the first thing I want to do is just get the keywords. So I'm going to hit search, and it should come up with a whole bunch of different topics. But you know what? I don't need those topics yet. I'm skipping them. All I'm doing is this. I'm finding words like, ooh, early adolescence. I'm going to put that on my list of words. Ooh, socioeconomic influences. Actually, I'm not going to put that because that doesn't have anything to do with tweens. But I can do student behavior. I can do interpersonal relationships. Oh, let's see. Peer influence, family influence, gender differences. That's one of the key words I'm going to look for. So what you notice is I'm not reading these. I'm not even looking at these topics very much as I'm going to look down here. That'll be my first step to research.